Verse 52. The Tao, which originated all under the sky, is to be considered as the mother of them all. When the mother is found, we know what our children should be. When one knows that he is his mother's child and proceeds to guard the qualities of the mother that belong to him, to the end of his life, he will be free from all peril. Let him keep his mouth closed and shut up the portals of his nostrils, and all his life he will be exempt from laborious exertion. Let him keep his mouth open and spend his breath in the promotion of his affairs, and all his life there will be no safety for him. The perception of what is small is the secret of clear-sightedness. The guarding of what is soft and tender is the secret of strength. Who uses well his light, reverting to its source so bright, will from his body ward all blight, and hides the unchanging from men's sight. Verse 53. If I were suddenly to become known and put into a position to conduct a government according to the great Tao, what I should be most afraid of would be a boastful display. The great Tao is very level and easy, but people love the byways. Their courtyards and buildings shall be well kept, but their fields shall be ill cultivated, and their granaries very empty. They shall wear elegant and ornamented robes, carry a sharp sword at their girdle, pamper themselves in eating and drinking, and have a superabundance of property and wealth. Such princes may be called robbers and boasters. This is contrary to the Tao, surely. Verse 54. What Tao's skillful planter plants can never be uptorn. What his skillful arms enfold from him can ne'er be born. Sons shall bring in lengthening line sacrifices to his shrine. Tao, when nursed within oneself, his vigor will make true, and where the family it rules, what riches will accrue. The neighborhood where it prevails, in thriving will abound. When 'tis seen throughout the state, good fortune will be found. Employ it the kingdom over, and men thrive all around. In this way, the effect will be seen in the person by the observation of different cases, in the family, in the neighborhood, in the state, and in the kingdom. How do I know that this effect is sure to hold thus all under the sky, by this method of observation. Verse 55. He who has in himself abundantly the attributes of the Tao is like an infant. Poisonous insects will not sting him. Fierce beasts will not seize him. Birds of prey will not strike him. The infant's bones are weak and its sinews soft, but yet its grasp is firm. It knows not yet the union of male and female, and yet its virile member may be excited, showing the perfection of its physical essence. All day long it will cry, without its throat becoming hoarse, showing the harmony in its constitution. To know harmony is to be in accord with the eternal, and to know eternity is called discerning. But to improve upon life is called an ill omen. To let go the emotions through impulse is called assertiveness. For things age after reaching their prime. That assertiveness would be against Tao. And who is against Tao perishes young. Verse 56. He who knows the Tao does not care to speak about it. He who is ever ready to speak about it does not know it. He who knows it will keep his mouth shut and close the portals of his nostrils. He will blunt his sharp points and unravel the complications of things. He will attemper his brightness and bring himself into agreement with the obscurity of others. This is called the mysterious agreement. Such a one cannot be treated familiarly or distantly. He is beyond all consideration of profit or injury, of nobility or meanness. He is the noblest man under heaven. Verse 57. A state may be ruled by measures of correction. Weapons of war may be used with crafty dexterity. But the kingdom is made one's own only by freedom from action and purpose. How do I know that it is so? By these facts. In the kingdom, the multiplication of prohibitive enactments increases the poverty of the people. The more implements to add to their profit that the people have, the greater disorder is there in the state and clan. The more acts of crafty dexterity that men possess, the more do strange contrivances appear. The more display there is of legislation, the more thieves and robbers there are. Therefore, a sage has said, I will do nothing of purpose, and the people will be transformed of themselves. I will be fond of keeping still, and the people will of themselves become correct. I will take no trouble about it, and the people will of themselves become rich. I will manifest no ambition, and the people will of themselves attain to the primitive simplicity. Verse 58. The government that seems the most unwise, oft goodness to the people best supplies. That which is meddling, touching everything, will work but ill and disappointment bring. Misery. Happiness is to be found by its side. Happiness, misery lurks beneath it. Who knows what either will come to in the end? Shall we then dispense with correction? The method of correction shall, by a turn, become distortion, and the good in it shall by a turn become evil. The delusion of the people on this point has indeed subsisted for a long time. Therefore the sage is like a square which cuts no one with its angles, like a corner which injures no one with its sharpness. He is straightforward, but allows himself no license. He is bright, but does not dazzle.